Hey, what's up? So I'm going to do a quick video here and talk about the vent shade that's on this car. This is a 2003 Insight. I've had a lot of people like in the last week or two who've asked me about it. I think probably because I put some pictures of the car on Facebook since I wrapped the roof and I did this pinstripe, and they saw the car and then they noticed the vent shade. So rather than like just continue to send all that information out, I thought it would be helpful to just do a real quick talk about it. So this is my 03 Insight, and before I talk about the vent shade here, I will talk about I did just wrap the roof and I did a decent job. I was thinking about using clear, and I'm not clear, gloss, but I did use matte, and did an alright job. Kind of messed up on the back, and that's just moisture there. But I did that because it was starting to, the clear coat was starting to fade. You can see it here, like in the same thing. And, you know, it was just starting to look pink. So yeah, I think it looks really good. And then I did this little pinstripe as well. I had some leftover Honda. Well, it's not Honda, but they give you this logo. So I found it on Facebook. Just do a search, you'll find it. You can get it for any car. And so I had some leftover from my CRX back there, and I did the Insight, and it came out pretty cool. I'm not really a huge fan of pinstripes, but it was sort of like, what the heck. I did the top, and so thought I would do that. And but anyhow, this video is about these vent visors. So everyone's been asking me lately, so here it is. It's right here on my hand. It is the Auto Vent Shade. You can find them on eBay and Amazon, and I got mine on Amazon. I've actually put these on two different Insights, and it's the AVS92602. It fits the 96 through 2000 Civic, which is a 6th generation Civic, and they're $39.33 free shipping on Amazon right now as we speak. And it's almost a perfect fit for the car. I'll kind of show you what I did to make it fit. And it's all just moisture on my car. I actually just cleaned this the other day. It's looking really good. And just buffed my wheels, did a video on that too. But in any case, it came out really, really good. So I'll just talk real quickly about it. So we'll just use this one. That dog sounds like it's getting tortured. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but gee whiz, y'all give that dog some food or something. All right, so here's the deal. Basically, what you got to do is you loosen this, which is very easy to do. The inside, you just pop off the little corner cover, and then I can't remember if it's what kind of screws or whatever it is, hex bolts. But anyway, you just loosen the mirror just a little bit, and then you don't really probably even have to. You probably just stick it in there. But I did loosen mine just because I wanted it to be as good as possible. And then as you see here, the contour is just a tiny bit off. Like, you match here, I mean, and you can adjust it for yourself as you wish, but what I did was I wanted this to be pretty flush with the actual shape of the window. So you can see here the gap gets a little wider, and then it closes, and then it's about, you know, the same shape as the window. And then as it goes back this way, it also starts getting wider, and then it closes and it gets you there. So this is kind of what I wanted to shoot for. I wanted this top piece of the vent shade to be right, you know, kind of where like at the top right corner of the door. So in order to do that, that's what I ended up with. So what I did was I just tucked this in here, and there's two modifications I had to make. Number one, you do have to round this. So again, this tucks, you can see here on the video, this just tucks right into the mirror, and that's as far as it'll go. And then you do have to round this piece a little bit. If you don't, when you put your window up and down, it's gonna like hit it each time right here. So you just have to take a tool and round that off, and I'll talk about what tool to use in a minute. And then the other thing you have to do is you have to cut this. So this originally like comes out to about here. Like it's about maybe, I don't know, maybe half an inch or an inch too long. Probably like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch, because it's about this distance. So in any case, it comes out and it hangs over and it looks silly. So what I did was I just carefully trimmed here, and then I rounded this corner, and that's it. So you got to round this corner here, and then, you know, you got to clean the surface, and, you know, you only put it on once. These will not come off. I've actually taken them off before, and it's a total pain in the butt. Like to get these things off, and they break, and then that tape is super strong. So it will come off, but it will come off in pieces. So once you put it on, this thing is stuck. There's some strong tape these things come with, so don't screw up. Do it once, clean it, test fit it. Obviously, once you put it on there, it's on there. And again, just the only trimming areas are here and then here. And again, this came out to about here, so I just trimmed. And be careful, I was in a hurry here, and you can see where I goofed up. Actually, at first I was like using some cutters, like wire cutters, and I was just trimming. And if you do that, you can see a little crack here, right there, a little hairline crack, just because it put pressure on it. And I was just moving too fast, and I just wasn't thinking. It was just one of those days when it was like the end of the day and I was trying to fit it in. So, you know, I messed it up a little bit, but you really can't tell. And then I, you know, slowed down a little bit for this side. And I think I used a Dremel or something. I can't remember what I used here, but you can see there, you know, again, you got to cut your new curve, and then this one came out perfect. So always experiment on the passenger side instead of the driver's like I did. And then you'll get your nicer one on the driver's side since you know what you're doing. But this one came out good. And then same thing down there. And yeah, I think I used a Dremel. Like, there's all kinds of stuff you could use. You could use a hacksaw. Just don't use like cutters like I did, because then you're putting pressure on the whole plastic, and that's how I got that little hairline cut. But again, it's not a big deal. I mean, this car is pretty beat. It looks good, but I mean, it's got this, somebody keyed it all the way, you know, down across it. So it's got, you know, little things like that all around it that aren't perfect. So I don't really care. But anyhow, here's the specs one more time on the auto vent shade. And this is my 03 Insight. And there he is, the 03 Insight wrapped roof and auto vent shades and pinstripe. Okay, cool. Give you another angle here as we close. And I did just do a lithium conversion to this car as well. There's some videos on that, and check them out. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.